Hey everyone, and welcome to tonight's flight review. We begin our journey at Perth Airport's Terminal 1. Tonight, I return back on Cathay Pacific, but instead of Premium Economy, I will be taking a look at Regular Economy instead. As standard, if you have any check-in luggages, make sure to print your baggage tags at the machines as well as your physical boarding passes. After, dump your luggage at the bag drop area and off you go. So tonight, our flight to Hong Kong will take us around 7 hours as we travel north. Our gate is located at the far end of the international terminal, which requires a little walk after clearing security. Tonight, we are at Gate 51, which is in progress of getting set up by the ground staff. Just coming in from Hong Kong, our aircraft tonight is an Airbus A350-900 registered as Bravo-Lima Romeo Quebec. This aircraft is just over 9 years old and tonight's flight number is CX170. Cathay is of course the latest winner of the Skytrax Best Economy Class for 2025, so I can't wait to review this one. Doing a bit of plane spotting, next to our aircraft is a China Southern Airlines 787 getting ready to return back to Guangzhou, China. Pre-boarding checks were also done by the ground staff, which involves verifying your passports and therefore eliminating the need to present it at boarding. This makes the process smoother and quicker, and now it's time to get on board. Welcome on board Cathay Pacific Flight CX170. Sadly, making my way past the business and premium economy cabins, I eventually reached the economy section. There are 214 Collins Aerospace Pinnacle seats arranged in a 333 configuration on this A350-900. Tonight, I'm in seat 44K, which has a generous pitch of 32 inches and a width of 18 inches. The armrests are fully retractable in case you need more space. In front is an 11.1-inch display loaded with the Studio CX software. We will take a look later on. A small thing to note is that the screen isn't adjustable, which may bother some people. Directly under the display is a device and cup holder. When unfolded, a USB-A port also becomes available. Here is a close-up of the extended section. Looking outside, we are in the middle of the right-hand side wing. Finally, behind is an adjustable headrest. Pillows and blankets are also provided for this 7-hour journey. As all passengers got seated, the cabin crew handed out the economy dining menu. Looking inside, here are tonight's options. At the back is the beverage menu, which contains a large selection of drink options. With the aircraft fully boarded, final preparations were made before the pushback tug was connected to bring us out. It's time to depart for Hong Kong. After takeoff, let's look closer at the IFE system. Exploring the flight map, it is a feature-rich interface that is generally responsive. In certain situations though, the units can be laggy, especially when zooming in and out. Otherwise, it is pretty decent and tells you where you are, how long left and other flights information. Moving on to the rest of the system, movies are of course available with the latest titles. The same goes for the TV side, which is arranged in the same formats. The audio section contains some music and the game section provides a very comprehensive list for adults and kids. In addition to the physical magazine, the Cathay in-flight shop is also viewable if you want to take a browse. If you lost your paper menu for tonight, no worries, as they can also be found in the display. Finally, as you saw before, cameras are available, however, it is currently too dark to see anything outside. On the settings page, there are numerous adjustments available and Wi-Fi is currently a paid service in economy. This is slightly disappointing for a 5-star carrier. To support your viewing and listening experience, a pair of headphones are provided which were average in quality. Unfolding the tray table, it is a bifold design that can be adjusted further as required. This is handy as you can choose between the full table or the space-saving half table. Inside the seat pockets, we do of course have the A350 safety card as well as the Cathay in-flight magazine. Just before meal service, the cabin crew handed out a 600ml bottle of water. For tonight's meal, I got the hockey fish fillets with hollandaise sauce. It does come with bread, crackers and cheese, a chicken quinoa salad, and to finish, ice cream for dessert. Taking the cover off, here is the hockey fish fillets which looks delicious. The chicken and quinoa salad is also shown here. In economy, metal cutlery is provided as standard, which is fantastic. So doing a taste test, the fish was slightly dry but overall very delicious. I easily finished the meal and was satisfied. For the chicken salad, it was also pretty good and the chicken wasn't too tough. For the last items, the cheese and crackers were high quality and the Ben & Jerry's ice cream was fantastic. To wash everything down, I chose Sprite as my drink. After tray collection, the cabin was dimmed for passengers to rest, and I should note that there is actually a universal power point between the seats. It's a good time now to settle in and charge any devices, but before that, I'm going to check out the lavatory. Inside, you will find the standard setup with hand soap, hand cream, and hand gel. These are fairly standard items, and there are 2 lavatories a short walk away behind seat 44K. Space-wise, nothing impressive here, just the typical cramped area in most economy lavatories. Back to my seat, it's time to watch some movies and get some rest. A few hours later, I woke up somewhere over Malaysia with 2.5 hours left to go. At this point, the new day was starting and the sun slowly made its way up, providing scenic views. Just before we arrived in Hong Kong, the cabin crew came around and offered breakfast. Today, the bacon, egg and tomato relish sandwich is offered. This was unfortunately not my favorites as the flavor was pretty average. Drinks were also offered again, and this time I chose Coke to get some caffeine for the morning. With about half an hour left before arriving into Hong Kong, the cabin was prepared for landing, and let's go through today's ratings. The cabin crew today as a whole were fantastic. They were very enthusiastic when making announcements and looked after passengers throughout the overnight flights. In every interaction, I was met with smiling faces, so it's a 9.5 out of 10 for this category. For food and drinks, in my opinion, the meals provided were generally very high quality and satisfied my hunger on this overnight flight. The only letdown, however, was the breakfast sandwich, which didn't quite hit the spot. With that minor setback, I'm giving this category a 9 out of 10. Next, for comforts, the Collins Aerospace seats are comfortable, especially with the 32 inches of pitch. The recline of 6 inches also comes in handy when trying to rest. It's the in-flight entertainment system today though that was the weakest link. While it is pretty feature-packed, it isn't the smoothest and not the best unit I've used for a 5-star airline. So for this category, it's also a 9 out of 10. Moving on to cleanliness, the general cabin and lavatories were kept pretty clean with no rubbish left anywhere. The only place that wasn't the cleanest was between a tray folding area, which had some leftover food particles from previous flights. Otherwise, overall, not too bad, so it's an 8.5 out of 10 for this category. Finally, the last category is timeliness. We are scheduled to land in Hong Kong at around 7:40 AM, which is a 25 minutes early arrival. This is awesome, so it's a perfect 10 for this rating. Summing everything up, we get a strong score of 9.2 out of 10. Despite not being in premium economy this time, I still enjoy the economy experience and wouldn't hesitate to return once again. So here is a recap of today's score with premium economy. The only thing left for this route is business class, which I hope to do someday. Welcome to Hong Kong International Airport. As we taxi to the gates, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this review. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please consider leaving a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. For small self-funded channels like myself, it really does help, and I will see you in the next video.